outside your door. We have mild numbers that have all dipped down just a little bit. We've had a little more or a lot more 50s in odd places like our north zone. But you can see as temps cool in Port Huron, 46 with visibility a mile or less. Visibility also down at times in Monroe County, where it's 48 degrees Monroe. We have 48 in Ann Arbor, and we've seen some visibility issues over at Metro Airport, 46 degrees right now. Clouds coming into the area, and again, patchy fog in the morning through the afternoon. Some light scattered showers that'll be through the afternoon, also during probably the evening commute. We're looking at middle and upper 50s. Yesterday with that sun, we were into those 60s. We're just shy of that because of the cloud cover, but still feeling the influence of a southerly flow, so it's not going to get brutally cold. The backside of this storm is bringing cooler air and snow showers across the UP right now, and other than that, that's about it. We're not looking at any frozen precip today, tomorrow, or Thursday, but as we head into Friday, Saturday, we could get some cool enough air to bring us those snow chances. Nothing measurable accumulations, but here's a look at today. And again, the green, yellow, that's liquid precip rain, middle upper 50s through about 7 or 8 p.m. And then tomorrow, what looks like we could start as snow, a little snow in Lansing, Kalamazoo, but as it gets into our neck of the woods, it's again all a liquid precip and probably a solid ½ an inch of rain tomorrow, another ½ an inch of rain on Halloween, and that includes during the evening. Right now, we'll certainly let you know if that changes, but upper 40s with showers and breezy conditions, just grooving with the showers, you know, just keeps the body heat going. On Thursday, again, breezy with those showers. This could certainly impact not only trick-or-treating, but those awesome elementary school Halloween parades during the day. Unfortunately, you might have to do those in the gym. You see, on Friday, Saturday, we have introduced some flakes. There you go. And daylight saving time ends, Kim. You get a couple of flakes, and then you get an hour of sleep back.
I love how you ended that report with extra hour of sleep. Can't complain there. Thank you, Brandon. Well, no complaints for your morning drive either, because we are looking great. As you can see, we've got green arrows on your maps. No accidents to get around at this time, so that's some good news. Let's talk construction. We do have some orange barrels to get around over on 8 Mile. For those of you that travel over on the westbound lanes between Van Dyke to Mound, there's going to be 1 lane block. The source will start up at 9 a.m. Wrapping up later today at 4 o'clock. You want to keep this in mind through Friday. Also, more construction over on I-94. The eastbound lanes between I-275 to Telegraph, expect 2 lanes blocked there. This is a nightly project between 9 p.m. and 5 a.m. through the rest of the work week. Also, westbound I-94 between I-696 to 8 Mile. Only 1 lane open there between 8 p.m. and 5 a.m. This will continue through Sunday. Over to you.
All right, Kim, thank you. It's 5:47, everybody. Let's get you caught up on a few stories that you might have missed.
Yes, and this one is pretty unbelievable. We're talking about a 67-year-old retired doctor who just gave birth in China. 67 years old.
Wow.
The hospital says that she became pregnant after giving herself a fertility treatment.
Okay, we should point out the baby was delivered through a C-section, and despite a few complications, the mom and her new baby, 5-pound baby daughter, are doing okay.
That is remarkable.
A couple of questions I got about this one. Does she have any other children?
I don't know.
There's a lot of other questions that just not appropriate for 5:48 in the morning. Let's
We'll
move on to
and
Florida.
wish them well.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Glad to hear that the baby and the mom are doing okay. Down in Florida now, this family gets an uninvited guest over the weekend.
Well, they found a bear just chowing down on some leftover food in their garage. Video shows the bear first off in the garage eating Cool Whip, and then later the bear's taking a stroll to walk it all off in the family's backyard right there near the pool area. Thankfully it was nice and fenced in.
Yeah, that bear would tear down that
Eventually
fence.
it ran off and started searching for food elsewhere.
I didn't know bears ate Cool Whip. Did you?
I would imagine a bear probably would
Eat
just about
anything?
Yes,
All I
if
know is
hungry
that
enough.
the second I see that bear in the garage eating whatever, I'm transferring the
putting
title,
the for sale sign?
the deed over
Yeah.
into that bear's
Not
name.
coming back.
Absolutely not.
Definitely not leaving the garage door open next time.
Just in time for Halloween, the Hubble telescope has spotted this spooky face in outer space. So take a look at this. This eerie floating head is, they say it's an optical illusion.
It is the result of the head-on collision of two galaxies, which is pretty rare. Each of the glowing eyes is the center of one galaxy. The system is 704 million light years from Earth.
So how were you able to get such a clear photo? It does look like an
Science.
alien head, though, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
it sure does.
That lets you know what's really living out there in
That's
outer
right,
space.
that's right.
700 and however many billion light years away or not.
Let's switch gears here. Time now to check in with New York for a preview of what's coming up on the third hour of the Today Show at 9 a.m.
Yeah, here's Chanel, Al, and Craig with more. Good morning.
This morning on the third hour today, we're taking it off today with a woman who lost nearly 200 pounds. We'll learn how having a baby may have saved her life.
Plus, an abandoned hospital spanning 10 football fields at the heart of what once symbolized new beginnings for millions of immigrants. We're going to get a tour of the Ellis Island Hospital.
And Kenyan-born singer and songwriter J.S. Ondara will be here performing live in the Artist Lounge this morning on the third hour of Today.
Oh, I
All
love
right.
their music. It is 5:50, everybody. After the break, we have a Help Me Hank consumer alert for everyone that uses an iPhone.
Yes.
Tell you about it.
For Apple customers, if you have an older iPhone, yes, I do, iPhone 6S, proud of it, we need to know that it may stop working in a few days. I'll tell you why.
You're going to need to get a new phone. Like,
On the next Live in the D, make ahead comfort food perfect for Halloween dinner.
Plus, where to celebrate Dia de los Muertos in the D.
Today at 10 a.m. on Local 4.
we're here at the Motown Museum because this is an iconic neighborhood in Detroit. This is a neighborhood that really started it all for a lot of people. It was the dream of a man by the name of Berry Gordy. And that's what your neighborhood is all about. One person's dream and one person's vision to change their neighborhood, which essentially then changes a city, which then changes the Metro Detroit area. Those are the moments that matter.
At Cracker Barrel, we're cooking up warm feelings of home this season with country fried turkey, hand-breaded, fried till crispy, and topped with holiday herbed gravy. Our take on a festive favorite is back, and it's only at Cracker Barrel. So come on home for the holidays. Come on home to Cracker Barrel.
Yummy lip balm! Yummy lip balm? My lips get so dry and cracked, I need serious relief. That's why I use O'Keefe's Lip Repair. It's all-day moisture in one use and is guaranteed relief for extremely dry, cracked lips. Thanks to O'Keefe's, I got my lips back.
Life out here tastes sweeter with the freedom to roam at 40 miles per hour. The power to haul whatever needs hauling. And best-in-class acceleration and handling with cargo. The Kubota Sidekick is purpose-built for speed, fun, and to get the job done right. Right now, get the Sidekick for $0 down, 3.99% financing for 60 months, plus a $1,000 instant cash rebate.
Find a Kubota dealer near you at gokubota.com.
Where's Daddy? Where'd he go?
The 2019 Nissan Rogue with available Nissan Safety Shield 360. This is all-around protection. This is Nissan Intelligent Mobility. Now, get 0% financing for 60 months or get a low $209 per month lease on the 2019 Rogue.
Wednesday is the final day of our biggest anniversary sale ever at Art Van Furniture. We say thank you with up to 60% off store-wide. Plus, save more with an extra 15% off the lowest price. Get 0% financing for 60 months. Plus, 60 can't-be-beat doorbusters. Sofas, $396. 5-piece dining sets, $596. Tempur-Pedic as low as $28 a month. The 60th anniversary sale at Art Van Furniture. Final day, Wednesday till 10 p.m.
With wall-side windows, you don't pay more, you get more, including more time to pay. Because now there's no interest till 2025. With no down payment. Through Tuesday, get half off every window wall-side makes. Custom sizes and colors included. Then take your time to pay with no interest till 2025. No down payment. Time to order is running out. This offer ends Tuesday, November 5th. Schedule today. 1-800-521-7800.
Local 4 Traffic is sponsored by Wallside Windows. Right now, get half off every window plus no interest till 2025 and no down payment. Call now or schedule at wallside.com.
Good Tuesday morning, everybody. We have clouds moving into the area, so numbers have been manageable. We've seen middle 50s to mainly middle 40s to low 50s, I should say. And right now we're at 46 degrees with some wet weather moving in. Where? There. You can see a lot of it is drying out as it approaches this morning, but through the afternoon and early evening, we'll have some light scattered showers coming through middle and upper 50s, not like yesterday where we had more sun and 60s, but 46 now, turning to, again, middle and upper 50s. Now, Wednesday and Thursday, heavier rains are moving in. This looks like what could be a quarter to a half an inch on Wednesday, a quarter to a half an inch again on Thursday. So some areas likely going to get over an inch of rain. And again, that is mainly tomorrow and Thursday, Halloween, unfortunately. Today's showers will be on the lighter side. Not well timed, Kim. The evening drive today could be a little slippery.
All right, Brandon, well, I guess we will have to enjoy the dry morning drive this morning. That's what we're dealing with. Dry roads, no accidents to get around, green arrows on our maps, no slowdowns either.
All right, Kim, thank you. It is 5:55, and authorities in Puerto Rico have filed charges against the grandfather of that toddler who fell off a Royal Caribbean cruise ship docked in San Juan in July. Salvatore Anello of Valparaiso, Indiana, was arrested on Monday and charged with negligent manslaughter, rather. Prosecutors say that the 2-year-old girl fell when he raised her up to an open window, thinking that the glass would hold her. However, the window was open. The attorney for the Wygand is blaming the cruise ship company for leaving that window open. Shortly after the incident, though, the toddler's parents spoke on the Today Show.
At no point ever has Sam ever put our kids in danger.
I mean, you can barely look at him without him crying. She was his best friend.
I never want another mother to have to experience this or to see what I had to see.
Absolutely heartbreaking. The family was on board that Royal Caribbean's Freedom of the Seas. Anello is scheduled to appear in court on November 20th. All right, it is 5:57. If you have an older iPhone, that's the 6, ladies and gentlemen.
This is just a little demo I found for an example.
Right. Apple is warning you and Rhonda to update it, or it could just stop working altogether.
If you have an iPhone 5, you'll need to update the software by Sunday, or your phone will not be able to connect to the internet. That's because there is a GPS issue that only happens every 19 years, apparently. Other Apple devices need to be updated too, including the iPad 2 and the 4th generation iPad.
Well, you lucked out. You
I
don't have
lucked
the
out.
iPad
I have
5.
the 6S. I barely made it. But
So-
I know. I'm going to get one by the end of the year, I think.
It's almost been a year since you made that promise.
Yeah, I know. Working on it.
All right, new at 6, everybody. We've got local stories for you from Royal Oak, Grosse Pointe, and Detroit.
Also ahead, the first good news related to the nation's vaping epidemic. What's behind a decline in illnesses?
And Netflix wants to speed things up. The streaming service looking to make viewing faster, but the announcement facing a little bit of pushback from Hollywood. We'll have that and more when we come back in 1 minute. Keep it here.
Congratulations to the local high school students and teachers who won our For Frenzy Fan Choice Awards, presented by DMC Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine, Meyer, your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers, Hungry Howie's, and Project Play Southeast Michigan.
It's going to be okay.
Don't worry, we'll get your family through this.
Good to see you. You guys are like family.
When you need help, you turn to family. And we are family.
Gardner White crushes the competition. You get monster savings on furniture your family will love. Right now, take a whopping 25% off. That's an extra discount right off the sale price, including new arrivals. All leather, extra 25 off. Power reclining comfort, 25 off. Amish bedrooms and dining sets, you get 25 off solid wood. Top quality, colossal price cuts, unprecedented value. Forget the so-called sales. Save now at the Monster Sale. Tuesday and Wednesday, only at Gardner White.
Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit. Local 4 News today at 6 starts now.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Tuesday, the 29th day of October. I'm Rhonda Walker.
And I'm Everett Cassidy. We got a lot of stuff happening right now on Local 4 News today at 6 a.m. And we start with this horrible tragedy in Grosse Pointe. Sadly, 2 young boys were killed in a house fire. And today, counselors will be at their schools as their community member remembers the lives that were taken just way too soon.
Plus, killer carbon monoxide. 1 man is dead, another woman is in the hospital after the poisonous gas fills a Detroit home. We'll take a closer look at how this happened.
And the future of Clawson schools. During talks of a merger and declining enrollment, the district asks parents for help.
But first, let's get over to Brandon Rue. Get you out the door with your forecast to go.
And wet weather on tap today, tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Good night! Really? I'm getting like death stares from people in the studio. Let's have fun with it. It won't be too bad today, but tomorrow, Thursday, does get a little bit wetter. Here's a live look at Mount Clemens. Dry, but some patchy fog out there. 48 at Metro. It's up to 50 at Metro, 48 in Monroe. I keep messing my AMs up. Mount Clemens, Monroe, Metro Airport, Milan, you know what I'm saying. 46 degrees at the bus stop for the kids this morning. Patchy fog and a little drippy as the kids get off the bus. 58 degrees later on. You can see visibility, well, it really isn't too bad out there right now, which is nice. And there's that wet weather. We're tracking to the west, mainly through the afternoon, Kim DeJulio. So the evening commute impacted by hit or miss rain showers. The morning drive,
not bad. So I'm always a glass full type of gal, so let's enjoy the morning commute, and at least the temperatures are somewhat warmer. It's not snow at this point, so it could be. Right now we don't have any accidents to get around. We do have green arrows on our map, so that's good news. Everyone traveling at posted speeds. Your morning commute looking good, but as Brandon is predicting rain later today, so keep that in mind for your evening commute. Don't forget to grab the umbrella as you head out the door. Over to you.
All righty, Kim, we do start with this heartbreak in Grosse Pointe. This family and their surrounding community after 2 young boys were killed in a house fire Monday morning.
Yes, and 2 grief counselors are going to be available for classmates of the 2 brothers. Nick Monticelli joins us now live with more on this tragic accident.
Good morning to both of you. So there is still some tape up here at the scene because there could be some hot spots left in the home. The home itself is unstable, and they just really don't want people walking through this area in Grosse Pointe. The 2 boys, 9 and 11 years old, were home at the time. Mom was running errands. Dad had his first day on the job. They went to an upstairs room when the fire started, got trapped, and that's where they passed away.
I was sound asleep and I hear all this breaking glass and screaming.
The morning after the fire at this home on Fisher brings no comforts and no answers. The 2 brothers were trapped by either the flames or heavy smoke, so they ran upstairs. It's believed they called their mother, who rushed back home but couldn't get inside. The neighbor across the street was emotional, talking about what happened.
Then I'm hearing yelling and screaming of Mom, and I'm running out the door. And some guy broke open the windows, and these huge flames came roaring out. The kids were up in the bedroom above the garage, and they were trapped up there. You could hear the screaming. It was just terrible.
Neighbors, even strangers, rushed to the house trying to break in to get to the brothers.
Some guy in a pickup truck just stopped in the middle of the street, heard the screaming, and tried to help. The first responders were here within a minute or 2. Yeah. They suited up, they went in, but I mean, there's nothing they could do. It was an intense fire.
Investigators think the fire may have started in the kitchen, but they aren't sure just yet. The two boys hadn't left for school yet because Monday was a late start day at Richard Elementary.
If it had been any other day, they would have been out the door, and maybe it would have been a worse loss of a house, but not this.
And you can just hear the emotion in those neighbors as they saw what was happening at this home. As you mentioned, there are going to be grief counselors at Richard Elementary for the classmates of these two boys in 4th and 5th grade. Honestly, even for the teachers and the community, everybody who knew these boys are just feeling what's happening here. Also, we're here, there's going to be a vigil, a prayer service at a church tomorrow night. As soon as we get some of those more details, we're going to pass those along. We're live here in Grosse Pointe. Nick Monticelli, Local 4 News today.
Your heart just goes out to that family.
Yeah, can't even imagine what they're going through, Nick. Thank you. 6:04 is your time now, and even more tragic news. A man was found dead in his home last night on Detroit's east side from possible carbon monoxide poisoning. Police were called to the home right there on Shane and Palmer Streets for a missing persons report. And when they got there, they found a man and a woman both unconscious. The man was pronounced